TRL, Beavis and Butthead, Daria, Celebrity Deathmatch,
Made,
Celebrity
True
Deathmatch.
Life.
Oh my God, Made in True Life.
Those were my
We need to like
shows.
pause on that because that's crazy. Those shows were crazy.
No, because they really showed like it was the first place where teenagers could see other teenagers on TV. Like there
Other
was
than
nothing
just
like
going
it.
to school. You
Yeah,
can see
but-
teens at school.
We hated them.
Yeah, we don't want to go to
Go to
school.
school.
Teens that are aspirational.
Watch
but-
teens at school.
But to your point, you're in the woods. You don't know anybody except bears and deer.
It's only
okay?
Sasquatches and rocks out
Then you
there.
see a girl
Okay.
that's like, I'm from New Jersey, and we get to see like these people's everyday lives in such a cool light.
But
Bump
remember
it to
in
lip
Made?
liners.
I guess that's cool.
Remember in Made when it's like she was like, I want to be a cheerleader. I forget that.
I remember that
episode.
one.
And then at the end, it was like she just wasn't very good at being a cheerleader.
And that's real.
Yeah.
And that's
But
real.
that's also, and she probably feels bad about that
Yes.
nowadays. So that's a bad show.
She's
No,
probably
she
on
feels
some
great because she
reality
makes a
show.
dream that she's not good at.
You know what? Like all these memories. Like I remember there was like Made. I need bigger calf muscles, and it was about like a gay guy getting a calf implant. Do you guys remember?
I don't
this?
think that was made.
That sounds like True Life.
That's
True Life, True Life.
Or My Strange Addiction, which is another show.
That's another show, not on either network.
Shout out
It's like
TLC.
Yeah, TLC.
We're not sponsored
the
by
Learning
them.
Channel.
But wait, for you guys watching this right now, if you have a favorite nostalgia moment from MTV or VH1, get your fingers typing in the comments because we're nosy and we want to know.
I mean, hello, date my mom?
Date My Mom,
Yeah.
Room Raiders.
Room
Who-
Raiders.
Some dirty, dirty rooms with the black lights.
They would
was
kidnap
so
kids
crazy.
and then go through their panty drawer with black lights. You can't do that nowadays.
Yeah.
And for a good reason.
And now, now I clean my panties after that show. I'm very aware.
I do feel like now talking through some of these things, I do feel like MTV did create like a toxic culture.
MTV
Yeah.
more like
I'm like
invented
all these,
reality
no,
TV.
I'm like all these shows who were like, let's focus on this weird part right here.
I
Like
do-
this makes sense
yeah.
for what TikTok
It kind
is
of messed
right
with
now.
me
Do
if
you know
I'm
what I
thinking
mean?
about it. When I was like a little girl, I remember my older sisters always had like boyfriends, and I was like, "Do you guys want to room raiders my room?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Who wants to go room raiders my room?"
here's a block light, you
And
guys
they were
check
like,
it.
"No." But I remember one time I did get my sister's boyfriend to come in my room, and he was like, "Cool." And I was like, "Room
You were like,
raiders."
this is the best day ever.
Yeah, and that's toxic.
No, but you guys, that's how we found out about the rest of the world. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I remember seeing the Jersey one and I was like, I'm from Jersey. Like,
Okay.
it all started
Okay.
with music.
Yeah, it all
And
started
then we
needed.
went into like actually learning about musicians and like knowing about their life. And like, it sort of created like the young celebrity vibe that we never had before.
I feel like there was a wall up between like us and celebrities before MTV really started to like give celebrities like TV shows. Like even down to like someone that's like an athlete, like Ryan Sheckler, the skateboarder. He had the show Life of Ryan. People were obsessed with him. Even going back before that, Bam Margera.
Oh
Like
my
he was
God,
a
Bam.
su-
Oh my God,
he was
that
a
was funny.
hyper
Yeah.
famous like
From Pittsburgh.
skateboarder from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And you know,
Shout
he
out.
had
What was it?
Viva La Bam.
And
Yeah, Viva La Bam.
Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey, they got married and MTV immediately put cameras in their face.
I
from
mean,
the
remember
Yeah,
when she
but-
thought
but-
chicken of the sea?
Yeah,
she thought
yeah.
it was chicken.
Yeah, yeah. But again, we're saying all
Tuna?
these like more vapid shows. Like
Right.
VH1 had storytellers, like behind the music, like pop-up video, like
Yeah.
all these
We were
acoustic
more-
music. We're focused on the
And
music.
Wait, we had
VH1, no,
Unplugged.
hey, stop. VH1 didn't want to just like okay, Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey, that was like not okay. And then obviously they got divorced, so clearly the show didn't work.
Yeah, but now he's like the host of every
know
dating show.
It's literally flash over substance.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you
They
know
were
what I
just
mean?
about like,
that's what I'm
let's
saying.
take advantage of. They took advantage
Yeah.
of like, you know what I mean?
They,
And that's what they
oh, I
did.
know what you're
VH1,
wearing.
VH1 wasn't doing that. VH1 said, here's a light and we're going to shine it on the truth.
Yeah.
No, but that's not true
Yes.
because look at shows like The Real World,
Thank you.
Road Rules. They were like just putting in a camera and not really like producing these TV shows yet. Like,
Oh, you
they
don't think they're
were
producing that?
Not to the
Oh, give
not
me a
to the
break.
extent that they're doing now.
Here's
Here's
an
the thing.
example.
I
Here's
feel
an
like
example.
I feel like VH1 definitely told the stories of artists, which is great, fine, and dandy.
Full stop. Full stop.
However,
MTV showed us on TV, the youth.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see us on TV for once.
It was
Instead
like
of seeing
Nickelodeon, but
celebrities
yes.
that were on every channel
Yeah.
anyway.
There's a reason why rock music was not put on TV in, like you said, the 50s, 60s,
Yeah.
whatever. Because it's bad for us. Like what MTV did is like bad for
and
us.
also regular people should not be on TV.
listen, Candy's bad too, but like, how dare you? We're canceled immediately. The
Oh,
show
I'm
gets
sorry,
ripped.
Regular people should not be on TV.
What makes it a regular person?
That's
you
a
mean
good
like
question.
a
I mean, like-
non-actor?
Yeah. Because yes,
Here's the thing. Don't be called music television
yeah.
if you're not going to be about the music.
That's what I'm saying.
And VH1 is actually about the music. MTV was like, oh, come over here. We're about the music. No,
That's-
we're about spring break.
Spring
And
break
we're there
was
with music and ass
And
shaking.
Girls
Yeah.
Gone Wild.
We're there with music and ass shaking.
And OnlyFans.
well,
Where there could potentially be music and ass shaking.
I'll say this.
My
MTV,
OnlyFans is
that's
attached
great.
to
If
my
that's what you
Spotify.
guys want to do, you want to do all that stuff,
Yeah.
get a different name for yourself.
Yes.
Because.
And excuse me, I know some of you are watching right now and
You're
you're
saying the
like,
same
wait a
thing.
second. Why is it named music? We
Because
need
there
to
ain't
hear
no
from you.
music.
'Cause
There
we
ain't
need
no
help.
music on
We need
there.
help from you right now.
You guys, how about Unplugged? Hello, the most classic, beautiful show where they showed artists like doing the acoustic versions of their songs, and then we would do like a little docu-series of their
Oh,
life.
and what did that last?
One
Like one
copycat.
season?
It's still on.
Oh, it is.
Like 20 years later.
But does anybody watch it?
Yes,
Probably
I
not.
watched the Miley Cyrus one the other day.
We
Really?
love an intimate
love Miley.
performance.
I do love Miley.
I do love
Shout
Miley.
out
She's my
Miley.
number one.
A
Yeah,
little
Miley
Miley
Cyrus.
moment.
Yeah.
I know. Let's just all have a moment for the sexiest girl alive, Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
There was a gay for pay episode of True Life.
Oh, there was. True Life was my favorite show. Why don't they bring it back? It's like kind of with the Vice.
They tried a
Yeah.
little
Star.
bit, and it just like didn't. Like
I
maybe in
think
like
this
2016 or
culture
something.
right now, I think people are not
Like TikTok is literally MTV.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True Life.
and
I'm a
it's going to be
Mormon.
canceled as it should.
I'm a,
Should be put out.
I
that's
think
the thing
TikTok-
though.
I think
I know.
TikTok should be
I don't think I've
canceled.
seen that one though.
What?
True Life, I'm a Mormon.
Oh,
I didn't see that one.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that
I
one.
didn't see that one.
Really
well, I
crazy.
meant- 'cause
One of the
that's what-
housewives was the Jersey girl.
Yeah, MTV was created first, but then VH1, the early days of VH1 was like, okay, we see what you guys are doing with like all these young, hot, spring break, naked girls. And VH1 was like, remember Elton John? I do. and I want to bring him onto this. Like, so they were more about like the actual artists and like they didn't care about like who was new. They cared about like the genuine, iconic, legendary artists that like shaped music.
And like the full picture, right? So it's like we're getting the music videos, we're getting behind the music videos. Like
Yeah.
we're getting this peek, this full picture into artists. And they probably were like, oh yeah, MTV is music television, but we're actually gonna like do a more sophisticated version of this.
And we're not
They
afraid.
tried.
We're not afraid of like, oh, is this gonna sell? Because we care about the music, and so it appealed to a more mature, kind of more like refined audience.
And I
But
think-
no love
and-
for emerging artists though.
Yeah.
Only the iconic
They
legacy.
have to
acts?
top
still
10
did. They still
lists
did
every
emerging
Saturdays.
artists. They could do it all, but whereas MTV just only cared about like young people and perpetuating the standard that like once you reach a certain age, you don't matter anymore. And VH1 said, "Oh, that's not true."
That's
Yeah.
not true. There's stepdads named Gary who are gonna love this. I
I'm
feel like that's what they.
MTV do
What are you
tributes all the
talking
time.
about?
What y'all talking
I feel
about?
like VH1 had that vibe of like Uncle. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? Yeah.
I
Like,
agree.
Uncles matter.
Yeah, uncles.
they matter.
Uncles matter.
But, you know what I mean?
That is your T-shirt.
Yeah.
That is your
Matter.
T-shirt.
I'm
Uncles
sorry,
matter.
but like uncles, if uncles aren't happy, who's happy?
No,
Everybody.
Everybody else.
No,
Literally
no, no.
I am
everybody
not for all
else.
uncles. If you're an uncle, I want you to comment. I'm an uncle, and I appreciate Alyssa for saying that I matter. VH1 was for
Yeah.
the uncles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for the.
But I also I
Gunkles.
feel like VH1 like kept a pulse. Like yes, MTV was like doing these cool like headline like things, stunts, whatever, like a upgraded Nickelodeon, if you will.
Yeah.
But like VH1 is like keeping the pulse on music. Like they
Yeah.
had their weekly top 10. Like people came to them for like the actual facts. You know, we'll get to divas
Yeah,
later.
they knew. Well,
but
they
like
knew that like talking about Billy Joel and Whitney
Yeah.
Houston, like that was gonna be enough. They didn't need the. They didn't need the fake ass reality television,
Okay,
which
but
we
there
all
wa-
know is
Then
detrimental.
why did they copy MTV?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a copy, but like a
They
little bit
didn't.
of a weird copy. Like we had TRL. That's what mattered. TRL made artists.
TRL was actually the polls. That top
Yeah.
20 countdown y'all talking about on Saturday morning, we wasn't watching. I'm so sorry.